Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the rather late programme with your host, Bash Dinsmore. This episode 3, titled Ben Davies Returns, is a sad one. It was recorded back in 2020, and our old producer, Jamie Jarvis, who was producer at the time, he took his life, and I decided not to air this because it was his last episode that he produced. But after a few years, I thought the conversation with Ben and I should be released, because it's the final series. But also, he did good. Jamie did. So, here we go. His last work that he did for me. And you can go back and hear his voice in Saltire if you do want to go and listen to Jamie. I'll pinpoint the episode later on, but I'm still not over this one. I've had a lot of friends go, but Jamie Jarvis, one of a kind, and I only wish I asked if he was okay sooner, or kept asking, because I try to, but it's never enough. Here we go.
It's the Rather Late programme, brought to you by beer. Beer, making British life bearable for 1,000 years. Ladies and gentlemen, the King of Late Night.
Welcome back to the Rather Late programme with Bash Dinsmore. Let's get into it. People, welcome back to the Rather Late programme with Bash Dinsmore. Now, we did a cold open, which is shorter than a cold open normally is, simply because I didn't have anything to do in a cold open. But I'm not going to go on for too long in this monologue. However, we have a musical guest today, meaning that I won't be doing anything at the end of the show. No closing statement. Just a musical guest is going to do a song for us. And hope you enjoy it. See you next week, everybody. So this is the Rather Late programme with your host, YouTube's Bash Dinsmore. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I was an actor, and a writer, and a producer, and now I have sold out to myself, and I am a late night talk show host for my own company. Yeah, I do shit. So, as you all know, we are now in the new swing of things. We are doing live action segments at the start and at the end. The interview section remains a podcast because my guests are lazy and can't be fucked to come to my house. Additionally, we're in the middle of a pandemic, which doesn't help. Furthermore, today's guest is Ben Davies, or Captain John West, as we know him, as the Dinsmore Films, company, and then, he's coming into our show, Protectors of Time, as Ray Jones, so that'll all be fun. But let's get into this interview then. So, hey Ben, how's it going, buddy? How you been?
Yeah, not too bad, just a little bit bored because just come back from holiday and have to self-isolate, but other than that, it's all going well.
So, you where did you go? You went France?
Yeah, Brittany, northwest.
Man, you're setting me and Ryan up for this shit, bro. I'm not gonna elaborate on that because I'm gonna get. I look forward to your angry tweets and emails. But honestly, people would do it.
Yeah.
Fucking people. Fucking people. What a statement to make. What a statement. Fuck you guys. Fucking people. You can't say that about the public. I've met the public. Fuck you all.
I am the public. Fuck you all.
I am the public. Fucking flings at you with his fucking red light. Say, fucking power, unlimited power. Fucking yo. So Ben, we you're a slave to my films and creations.
Yeah.
A fair assessment. He doesn't get a say. I just drag him into things. And he does them out of the kindness of his own heart, occasionally. When he's in the country. Because in Wales, he's having a good time away from my shit. And especially away from Ryan's shit. Fucking yo. 3 minutes in, I'd already got a dig at Ryan as well. Perfect. Perfection. So this is the second episode where we do the Sake and the End interviews. Ryan Hemingway was last week. We've got Jamie Weaver coming up next week, and Dan Villano coming up the week after that. But let's get into Sake and the End, man. It's Tom. It's Tom. It's the end of phase 1. We are actually just started recording shit for Sake and the End. Ryan's done his lines. We've got a couple of the supporting cast who have done their lines. I'm about to record mine tomorrow. Fucking, it's time, man. We're getting Sake and the End up and running. How do you feel about this, man? It's the end of an era, We started this in 2017. It's now the film will be released in 2021. It's a good little arc. 4 years.
For sure, yeah.
4 years, something like 5 or 6 films. What's it been like to play John since 2017 through now? Because you've done him what? You've been in all of the films. So Seiken 2, The Aftermath, Seiken 3 Restoration, Seiken United, and now Seiken the End. So what's been your favourite thing to play about playing John? You've played him a few times. What's your story?
Well, I mean, I guess sort of part of playing him is he's sort of like this. Obviously to start, he's the psychic sort of character.
In the first film, he was like the best friend, sort of supporting sidekick.
Yeah,
but then
yeah.
I think from number 2, he became the main guy.
Yeah, I definitely say so. It's something like sort of arc of coming into his own, and then obviously with Seiken 2, he sort of that film's a lot more about John's sort of past, his own personal demons he's facing, and I think just that sort of character evolution through to the final film, I really sort of enjoyed doing that.
Yeah.
Through that sort of thing.
What did you feel, or how did you feel, when Sacred 3's editor, Ryan Hemingway, edited the film in front of me and it hand your lines. By the time I walk away to take a piss and come back,
It's gone.
it's exported and, hey, yo, John West isn't in the fucking film, even though he's like one of the main characters. And then the one scene he is in right towards the end, the other fucking character's not in that scene. Ah, it's like people are talking to them fucking selves in the film, man.
It was distressing.
It was so gutting. We're gonna have to do a director's cut of that one day, like.
The Snyder cut of the scene.
Yeah. What's it? The Dinsmore cut. The fucking the Dinsmore cut is actually just the proper film. Yo, honestly, fuck me. It's just the proper film. So. Sacred United we did last year. We recorded it tomorrow last year. So it's been a year since recording Sacred United. What's your what did you feel about recording that one? Because that was sort of the first part of the end, you know.
Yeah, there's definitely sort of obviously a lot sort of the new sort of concepts to sort of grasp hold of with obviously all the because essentially it's very sort of similar plot to Infinity War. Like, you know, you have to find all the artifacts.
I don't know what you're talking about, big man.
No, we're not still. But
It's original writing, man. What the fuck? Back off, bitch. Honestly, no. It's these films do follow a similar line as the MCU, especially the last two.
Yeah, absolutely. And just like the whole concept of the different relics and artifacts, so that's a very cool sort of.
Yeah, I suppose it's instead of stones we wanted artifacts, like different powerful things, like the Spear of Destiny, the Book of Beasts, you know, the Bone Quill, you know, all that sort of shit. And you put it together, and then you say a fucking spell, and you can rewrite reality instead of just destroying half of life, you know. But yeah, man, it was crazy. It was crazy. What did you what did you think of John's role in that film in United?
I obviously really enjoyed it. Like good.
Bad fucking ass. Bad ass.
Hell yeah.
Oh, mate. So, John finally comes into himself as Captain John West. You know, because of course he was ex-army, which we touched on in the first film. And then you never really hear much about it in the second or third, apart from in the second one you get some hallucinations from his past, and they're like ex-army people. But yeah, we didn't touch on it in Sacred 3 or United, but the fact that you're now like Captain West, it's sort of like you're going back to your roots as an army guy, you know, instead of just being the mate who's helping Stuart out with his lost, you know, wife and kids. It's the boy's back. I'm gonna beat you to shit, B-Tech Thanos, you know, fuck you, Korag. I'm gonna beat your ass. You going down, fool. So the end is essentially the end. There will be more films, but we won't be part of them. We've got the story of me, you, and Ryan's characters are no longer involved. I am done. I'm focusing on acting in other things. And you know, you're moving on to focusing on Protectors of Time.
Yeah.
And Ryan was the only one who was fucking gutted to fucking not be in it anymore. But then I was like, it's okay, Ryan, it's okay. I'll make you play Henry in Protectors of Time as well. It's okay.
Yeah.
And he was like, fine then, fuck you.
Sweet.
Fuck you. As long as I get to play 2 characters, fuck you. But yeah, so that's the 3 of us done with the Seiken films, man. It's the end of an era. What do you feel about that?
Good question.
Because to me, it's, I don't know, it's like, it's a sense of freedom. You're done with that, you know, you had a good run, but it's moving onto other things. Not necessarily bigger and better, but other things. However, it was a time when, you know, you had fun as those characters, and you had a good story, and, you know, you're gonna miss that cast because other things are different. But yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's also crazy to think that our names are going to be immortalised on YouTube forever in those films.
So, what, 1,000 views now on
Oh, yo, I haven't checked since the last time, but it's over 1.2, man. It's over 1.2.
Nice.
1,000, not just 1.2 people. Like, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. But yeah.
Over 1,000 people have seen 17-year-old me.
Yeah, yo, we were done. We were done. God, I released that on fucking Boxing Day 2017, the day after Christmas. And funnily enough, by the end of the day, I got like 20 views. I was like, what the fuck do people do on Boxing Day that they've decided to watch this?
Well, I was one of them, so...
Oh yeah, I was one of them too. I think I was probably 2 of them. Doing it on my phone and my laptop.
So only 18 people to account for.
Yes. and Ryan was probably one as well.
17 then.
Oh yeah. But yeah, man, it's crazy. We sort of we've been on this ride, you know. It's like it's nostalgic shit because we started this in year 11 before sixth form, and then we finished the first one off in sixth form. Then the second one was in sixth form, between sixth form and uni, and then we were at uni. And then the third one came out, and then the fourth one, and now we're on the last one. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. I'm gonna miss it, man. I'm gonna miss it.
Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna miss it too. It's a lot of fun recording it.
Oh yeah, it's it's more fun when we do it in person because it's fucking funny to have jokes with each other. Especially when people fuck up on the most stupid thing, and then you're like, Ryan, what the fuck?
What are you doing?
Ryan, what are you doing?
What's happened?
Oh mate, honestly. I apologise to the listeners at home because that will be so fucking high pitched when you go and listen to that. But yeah, man, it's been a hell of a ride. After the final film, we're gonna get this second documentary done, and then that's it, bro. You know, it's sad times. It's sad times. However, we have to speak about another project that you're part of. This is, of course, Protectors of Time, Season 2. You come back to reprise your role from Season 1, where you appeared in 3 episodes, I think. Season 2, you're in 24 episodes. You are in, what, let's say... you're in like 21 of those 24 episodes.
21.
Wasn't old. Fuck off, man. Bro, yo, you're killing me here. The two viewers has now gone down to one because of that joke. And that's me signing off. Because you're the only one who's fucking good to watch it. Fucking yeah.
Get to the point, it's like, yep, nah, time to leave.
Yeah, no, I'm done. Let's end it there, people. Bye. Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm done. No, we still got half an hour to fill. If we reach that mark. So Protectors of Time. You're in quite a lot of episodes this year. You're actually next week is your first episode where I do ask you to record some shit.
Yeah.
And you know, episode two is a fucking funny one, man. It's okay. It's not comedy in the sense of it's funny to the outside viewer. It just to the outside viewer it seems kind of fucking mean, but to the people who get the in jokes.
Is that when we just roast the shit out of me? So like...
Not just you, man. It's fucking everybody. Me and Ryan wrote this script at 2 a.m. in the morning on a fucking Thursday. After he came up on a Wednesday night midweek whilst I was at uni last year. And I was like, we got to get on with season 2 of Protectors of Time because, you know, season 1's almost done. We got to get on. And he was like, yeah, for sure, man, for sure. What we doing? We got fucking dirty kebabs and just started getting on with the fucking writing. And I was like, you know what, Ryan? Seiken crossover, let's do it. So it's a crossover between Protectors of Time and the Seiken franchise. Episode 2 straight off the bat. And basically, Ryan is the person that gets slagged off the most because he's playing 2 characters. And both of those characters get slagged off by the respective different team members of either team. Henry's getting slagged off by John and fucking Richard and fucking Lucas. Tom, on the other hand, is getting slagged off by all the fucking cast of Protectors of Time. So, you know, Ryan's gonna fucking he's got some trouble coming. There's a storm brewing. He's got a lot of trouble coming his way, big man. So Protectors of Time, you're playing a character called Ray Jones. Now, Ray Jones is, or shall I say, he was the best friend of Tom Brown, Ryan's character in Protectors of Time. He tragically died before the show aired. You know, he died in the past in, 2015 or 20... Yeah, something like that. You dead. You a ghost, bruh. Indeed. Only a certain few can master this trick. Known as...
Not from a Jedi.
Known as Alec Guinness, Frank Oz, and fucking Liam Neeson. And remake Hayden Christensen. So, there's not, because you've only been in 3 episodes so far, we've not delved much into the background of Ray Jones. But what do you think you would like to happen for Ray? Because you're still writing an episode for Ray, aren't you? So, you know, what do you think you want to happen?
Well, see, I'm going to sort of like answer this question by also sort of saying what I'm sort of doing with the episode I'm writing, because basically I sort of picture Ray as like this. Well, obviously he's trying to avoid death. He's doing everything he can in his power to cheat death, to stop himself from dying in 2015.
Damn right.
I think with the episode, especially I'm writing, what I'm sort of wanting to see him do is sort of, you know, sort of down like it's almost like a slippery slope down to how much he's willing to do to stop his own death. So like
All right,
in the
Anakin.
intro sequence, in the intro sequence, he's basically doing some sort of shady deal with quite a prominent historical figure. I wouldn't say who, to basically
just yo, is it Genghis Khan?
No, it's not Genghis Khan.
Okay, I was gonna say if you do Genghis Khan, I'm not sure I can do an Asian accent, even though I am Asian. Goddamn Mongolians!
Oh god, yeah, I need to watch that fucking. That's what I'm gonna do after this.
Yo.
But yeah, so essentially, his the arc he's going to be taking in, well, especially in this episode, and hopefully throughout the season, is someone who's willing to do anything in his power to preserve himself in the future, like.
Sure.
And so essentially, if that means, like, for example,
to prevent his death.
Yeah. So let's say he finds out that, well, obviously I don't quite know the identity of the guy who kills Ray. So, and Ray doesn't know that
I fucking do. I fucking do.
He's going through time looking for clues, and he'd be willing to sort of, assist in certain ways to, maybe stop that. So let's say he found out, okay, his great whatever grandfather lived in, assisted William the Conqueror in the Conquest 1066. Maybe he'll bamf to the future, get a load of heavy weaponry, bamf back to 1066, be like, hey, Harold, check this out, hand him with like an
Yo, that's what I did in season 1. I brought the fucking machine guns to the fucking American independence. Fucking grab yourselves a rifle, lads. These American bastards aren't gonna stand a chance. The Americans of the cast weren't that pleased.
Yeah. But that's essentially what Ray's gonna be doing.
Yeah.
But
the bigger story for Ray I'm planning is in the first half of season 2, because we're gonna split every season down into 2 parts, A and B.
Yeah.
Where A has one particular villain and B has one particular villain, but it's still connected. However, in section B, which is after episode 10, Ray joins the team as a permanent member.
Yeah.
Ray appears in there's 10 episodes in the first half, and I think Ray will appear in 6 of them, and those 6 where you special guest star, those 6 will be showing what Ray's doing throughout his travels before he meets the team and gets jolly with them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm not sure. I think your episode will probably be 2 before the mid-season finale.
Yeah.
And then the mid-season finale, I think the post-credit scene is when Ray's like, so, I fucked it. I fucked it big time. But I don't want to die. So, anyone want to help me? Some shit like that. He's trying to save himself, essentially. However, he gets to a point, I think, where he knows he's fucked it. And he just goes to the team and he's like, well, Tom, I stole your watch, which is why I've been time travelling, or how I've been time travelling. But, I kind of need some help. I may have, let William the Conqueror, decide to do whatever the fuck he wants to the planet. He's taken over. he's taken over. I fucked it. Oh, mate. But yeah, that's my story for fucking Ray. The thing is, every time I say Ray to Ryan, he immediately thinks Daisy Ridley, and I'm like, Ryan, you horny fuck. I'm not talking about Daisy Ridley. You fucking simp. I'm talking about your best mate. And he's like, oh, that Ray. Yeah, for sure. And I'm like, Ryan, you're not showing near as much enthusiasm now that I've said it's Ben. What's going on? Ryan! Stop simping. Oh my god, the group chat, yo. Fucking yo. I'm seeing all these fucking pictures from Ryan, and then he deletes them. I'm like, the fuck? You major simp, what are you doing? Yeah, honest to fuck.
Ryan, go to horny jail.
Oh, fucking yo. So Ray is going to be in Protectors of Time as a sort of a recurring character in the first half, but a main character in the second half. I can't wait to see your episode, man, because as I said, we've started recording episode 1, so you know,
yeah,
I'm interested to see what you come up with, you know, and hopefully there's a bit of slagging in there. We like a bit of slagging, especially towards Ryan's characters, because you know what, fuck him. We do love Ryan. I fucking love him. He's such an airhead. When it was my last day in Kingston on Thursday just gone. For the people at home, that was Thursday the 20th of August. This is going to be released a lot later than you know, next week or whatever. So it was the 20th of August, and some mates of mine like sort of came round for a little drink sesh before I left to come back home, because you know, dilly as we say. So what it was like, people started coming around at about, I think, 5ish or 5:30ish, something like that, and it was Ryan was already there because the simp had been in my place for about a week already. Any chance he just gets, he's fucking at mine. He's making all the sus comments, bruh. I've got to tell you some shit after the podcast, man. Like, it's too much. It's too much. It's too much to say on air.
Yeah.
I'd be taken off the air. Immediately. Mate,
you're going straight to fucking prison.
You're going straight to fucking prison. Oh man, you've got every fucking drug in the back of your car. You're going straight to fucking prison. We'll get more drugs. Don't worry, we'll get more drugs. You're going straight to fucking prison. I'm crazy and fucking shit. Spare your breath, you feathered fuck. I fucking love Big Les, man. No, blue. Fucking running away. Where's Donny? Boys are blue. Fucking yeah. Yeah, no, I fucking love it. Basically, it was Ryan who was already there. Then we have Vince, who I do my other podcast with, Topical Madness, so check that out on Friday nights, people. That cheeky little plug for my other show. So Vince, my partner in crime, Izzy a Pikey, you'll be the judge. Christina, who is my big sister. Gabby, who apparently is my wife now. It was a shotgun wedding, man. It was a shotgun wedding. Fucking crazy. What goes in Vegas stays in Vegas, you know. Yeah. So, oh mate, no, but it was those people. So it was Vince, Christina, Heather, Gabby, Ryan, and myself. And so there was about 6 of us in total. And basically, we went out, we chilled for a bit, had some drinks, but then we went out to get some munch. We went to a place called Hot Rod and got some burgers, and chips and fucking mozzarella sticks and stuff like that. And then we got back to mine, ate the munch, and then carried on drinking and chatting and having a good time.
Yeah.
It was at that moment that I realised, after going to the kitchen to get my next drink of the night and coming back into the room, Ryan had disappeared. And I was a bit confused, but then I just ignored it. I was like, he's probably in the bog or some shit. 20 minutes later, I'm just like, he's still not here. And he wasn't in the kitchen. Where the fuck's he got? He's not out on the street, is he? Like, I've left him outside, you know. Like, what the fuck have I done? So I was like, where the fuck's Ryan? At the moment I was like, look, guys, I hate to cut the festivities, but where the fuck is my mate? Where's Ryan? And everyone else was like, oh shit, yeah, there was another guy, wasn't there? We're like, yo, that's so much. It's so deep. It's like, you're so not there. It's just like, fucking Ryan's a bit vacant. He's a ghost. So I was like, shit, where is he? It's been like an hour since I last saw him, or since I remember last seeing him. Then I go and check the kitchen, he's definitely not there. I shout up the stairs, I'm like, Ryan, see if he's in my room. No response. What the fuck is, where is he? Christina's like coming up to me like, there was a person here, wasn't there? It wasn't just us, was it? I'm like, yo, Ryan was fucking here, and I know Ryan was fucking here because he's been simping for the past week over my housemate. So, fucking know he was here. So she was like, okay, maybe, I don't know, maybe he's in the loo. So I'm like, you know what? That's a big fucking loo break. I run upstairs. I run upstairs. He's not in the bog. So I turn to my room, open the door like fucking Big Les. I smell my water. No, I kick down the door and Ryan's there, lying on my bed with the phone up to his ear. And I'm like, you good, Chief? You good? And he...
You sound, you solid, you.
Are you good? What's happening? The only thing that comes out of his mouth is this sentence. And it made me cry. And it was like, oh, yeah, I'm having a domestic with blah blah. I'm like, a domestic? You're not even in a relationship. And he's like, yeah, well, Razvan's on the phone and I'm chatting away. And I'm like, right, okay. I close the door and then immediately, wait, you're having a domestic with Razvan? That's... what? It's like your best mate from uni. It's his course mate. And I'm like, it's not even his housemate. And he doesn't have a relate. I'm like, what the... why the fuck would you have your domestic in the middle of this party that's going on? I was just like, the fuck? I go back downstairs, confused as shit. And everyone's like, you good, Chief? Like, what's going on? And I'm like, he's having a domestic with his mate, Razvan. And they're all like, what? He's having a domestic?
As you would, like.
During a fucking party? What? For the rest of the night, he stayed up there with his phone to Razvan. Like, everyone was leaving one by one. And, like, by the time I got back upstairs at the end of the day, it was just like, he was just finishing up his domestic with Razvan. There was like, you spent the whole party having a domestic with your mate. What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, I do love the simple idiot. Oh, he's so funny. It's just, the fuck? It's so random.
What you like, mate?
I mean, I can't say I'm surprised. It's fucking Ryan, but the fuck? Honestly, I was just so confused.
Yeah, as you would, like.
So confused. What the fuck? I'm still gobsmacked. You can see it through the phone. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Ryan Hemingway, ladies and gents, an enigma in its own right. Like,
Oh
like, oh, and the best thing that just tops it off is whenever he does anything stupid or random like that, I think back to his best quote. It's not even shit.
Oh yeah.
His best quote ever in his life gets out of a taxi in Leith. I have a statement. What is it, Ryan? It's not even shit. The what?
What's going on? It's not even shit.
And fucking it's not even shit. That's, I've still got him saved as that on Snapchat.
Oh, yeah, same.
Ryan Hemingway, bracket, it's not even shit. When it comes up on my phone, it's not even shit is messaging you, and I'm like, it's not even shit is typing. What? Yo. It's so crazy. Fucking, what the fuck, man? For Ryan Hemingway, ladies and gents. Additionally, the thing we said when we were getting the train back to London, that one of you's got it, which is quite disturbing. But it's there was a pigeon that was sort of crucified on the front of this train, and one of you took a picture of it and wrote Edinburgh. And part of me is like, okay, that's a funny caption, and then part of me is like, the fuck is wrong with you? It's a dead pigeon. The fuck are you posting it on Snapchat for? You were just like, it's funny, isn't it? What the fuck?
Well, I think what's been Ryan then, because I got the plane back.
Yeah, you got the plane. Oh, what are you fucking took a picture of?
Yeah.
Like, oh, if you got that picture, you gotta send it to me, because it's just so stupid. Edinburgh, with this pigeon crucified on the front of this train. Honestly. Like a pigeon was crucified on the front of this Virgin Atlantic train. Like he was a fucking, like he was a fucking sacrifice to Virgin Atlantic trains. And he was just Edinburgh. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm sorry that pigeon rebelled against the Virgin Media Empire. He had to be, that's how they deal with criminal.
Clearly that pigeon was a shagger, because clearly that pigeon was a shagger, because he ain't no virgin. Yo. Well, ladies and gents, that's the end of the podcast.
And on that bombshell.
On that note, I'm done. I've got 4 more of these to do today. Fuck. Oh man. Honestly, I think at 3 o'clock I've got Dan Villano's episode. At 5 o'clock I'm doing the other podcast with Vince. And then as soon as I finish this call, I'm calling a guy called Peter, because he wants to talk to me about writing a script. So that'll be interesting. But yeah, people, that's bye from your host, me. Bye from your guest.
See you later.
Yeah, and I'll see you in the close. And welcome back to 2023, my friends. Yeah, so I've had a chance to go about my day. I recorded that little intro this morning, and then went out to town, and then came back. So I've had a whole day in between whilst you've been listening to 2020 me and Ben, or Ben and I. And I must say, I've had a lot to reflect about, and I'm happy that this episode is getting out there. I miss my friend Jamie Jarvis, but it would be a crime not to release his final work as a producer. As an actor, and a writer, and a director, you can go and watch Saltire. If anyone listens back to this and asks about it, I'll give you the links to some of his episodes. But until then, yeah. Next week's episode will be a proper guest in 2023. But then the week after we'll be going back to 2021, actually, to talk to my old friend, Harry Coleman. Yeah, it's been a while. This episode wasn't released for a specific reason because of Jamie. That episode was because me and my team were just lazy and couldn't be asked to edit it. So now it's edited, we'll release it. So sorry about that, Harry Coleman, but there we go. Right, time to listen to the musical guest.
I hope the sound's alright.
Think of me when you're lonely. Think of me when you're blue. Think of me when you're far away, for I'll be a-thinking of you. Remember all of the good times we had in days gone by. Remember all of the sadness the day you said goodbye. Think of me when you're lonely. Think of me when you're blue. Think of me when you're far away, for I'll be a-thinking of you. Told me you would be leaving, but wouldn't be gone too long. Now I hope and pray that with each new day you come a-travelling home. I watch the mailman coming, I wait by the telephone. I meet the trains down at the station, but spend my nights alone. So think of me when you're lonely. Think of me when you're blue. Think of me when you're far away, for I'll be a-thinking of you. But now the waiting is over, time to set the scene. 'Cause God meant me for only you, and He meant you for me. Think of me when you're lonely. Think of me when you're blue. Think of me when you're far away, for I'll be a-thinking of you.